Are we recording everything? Are we good? Did you do the claps?
Sorry if I I was just joking around.
Ow. Hello, everybody. Welcome. It's the ... with Tim and Scott show. The
number 11.
We fell in the rankings last week.
You know, there is a couple more pizza podcasts that started up. Couple more. I think there was a podcast about how to pet your dog like properly, and they're based in Windsor.
Right, in Windsor.
And that shot up to like number in the top 5.
Where to take your dog in Windsor.
Where to take your dog in Windsor. That shot up.
Got a big push because they released their premiere episode, so you get a big push that way. But
yeah,
we're hoping to overtake them this week and move right back up in the rankings.
Yeah.
But also, Scott, you recently, got on the National Treasures of Canada list. You're in the top 100.
I wasn't going to bring it up, but if we want to start there, they put me at number
99.
99. I
top
was just
100.
honored to be on the list.
Yeah.
I'm right. I'm only 97 below Wayne Gretzky. That's actually really, really good when you think about it.
Yeah,
they got really Mike Holmes at 62.
Yeah.
They got Rick Mercer at 100. I'm number 99. Rick Mercer is 100.
Right.
That just goes to show
all those weird comments he's been making.
Hey, times change. So I guess it's the end of the Mercer era.
And Guillaume Gameshi.
Yeah.
98th.
98.
You could not even beat the
sexual assault king, as he's known in the broadcast world. But Tim, I know you're a professional broadcaster. I don't have to tell you anything.
And I'm trying to get on the list myself. So anyway, today our subject matter is...
we're going to talk about pet peeves.
Pet peeves,
That will be our starting point. And who knows where we're going to finish. Am I right? This guy's a nut.
This guy or this... Did you point to yourself?
I didn't point to anybody.
Anyway, so to get us started, why don't you guys give us an example of one of your pet peeves there, Emily?
So let's look up the definition. What is the definition of a pet peeve?
Well, I got to go on my phone again. I know.
So you don't know. So you came into this show, you don't even know what the definition is.
Well, I'll get it, and then let's just get a few going here. Let's see.
So you don't know what a pet peeve is?
I know what a pet peeve is, but, explain it to the audience, Scott.
I wish I could.
So a pet peeve is something that a particular person finds especially annoying. An example is one of my biggest pet peeves is poor customer service.
Right. Now, give us one of your actual pet peeves, Emily.
Well, let's work on the example of poor customer service. Because I'm sure we weren't going to say that one. Were you? Let's take things one step at a time. This guy wants to run through it.
No, because I had a thing. We talked about it.
Sorry, you go ahead, man. Poor customer service.
No, this is the thing, and this is what I hate about Scott so much, is I literally texted him before this, and I said, hey, let's do this bit to start off the pet peeve show. And he said, yeah, that would be funny. And I'm literally trying to do it. And you're just...
I'll be honest with you, I completely forgot. You didn't remind me or anything. We just...
How do you not know the game plan? You said, yeah, let's do that.
Let's run it through again.
Okay, let's take it from the top really quick. Okay, so...
No, go ahead.
Anyway, we're talking about pet peeves. Emily, why don't you give us an example of one of your pet peeves?
My biggest pet peeve is probably when someone asks me a question and then doesn't listen to my answer. Because, I didn't initiate.
Give us your pet peeve.
Slow walkers.
Now, Scott, what would be one of your pet peeves?
To be honest, Tim, one of my pet peeves is the following answer. So, yeah, one of my pet peeves is racism. Well, what about you, Tim? What's one of your big pet peeves?
World hunger.
Yeah.
What?
That bums me out too.
Why did you suck? Can we just all agree that Scott sucked and ruined a perfectly good joke?
What was ruined?
The whole thing. Like, you had no flow. Why did you take so long to say? It's supposed to be quick. It's supposed to be when nobody listens to your answer. Slow walkers, and you're supposed to say racism. I say world hunger, and then it's like they're idiots and don't care about the world, and we're sensitive people.
Yeah, let me see what I said when Tim proposed this idea. Let me see what I said. Let me see if I agreed to it.
My pet peeve is you. And you're
so
like,
Tim sets it up. He
that's
says,
a funny joke.
For the pet peeve episode, ... These are all like how a lady sends, tons of messages, like one by one sends a sentence. And he says, I want to do this off the top. I did forget completely about it. He says, we go like, okay, let's go around to everyone, give one of their pet peeves just to get us rolling. We get Emily to go first. She says bike lanes or something. Then Maddie goes. Emily's was a little different. I bet Tim couldn't even remember what it was.
When people don't listen to her answers.
There we go. Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I get where you were going. You're trying to set up a joke for yourself.
A little bit.
Yeah, my bad.
And then he says, and then Maddie goes, people who drive slow. I honestly forget.
That was kind of close.
I forget what Maddie's was, actually.
Slow walkers.
I also hate slow drivers.
Oh,
so
slow walkers. Yeah, that was
We'll get to everything. We'll discuss each of those ad nauseum.
And then Tim goes, then it gets to us, ... I got racism. And then you say, like, world hunger or cancer or something. And then we joke about how they are awful people. Then I say, LOL, that works. Set them up as selfish people. And I close it with an LOL as well.
Did you actually? This is the thing that I kind of hate is when people just say LOL and I don't actually know if they find it funny.
Yeah, well.
Clearly didn't work well. I mean, it was so funny that you completely forgot about it.
Yeah, that's how funny it was, I guess. You know what? I'll be honest. I don't regret the first LOL in the, saying, because I'm kind of, giving you little props there.
So
I say, LOL, that works. But you know what? I'll be honest with you. I regret the second LOL because then it gives you this impression that it's, funnier than it really is.
And then I lead off the show with it.
I put that on me.
Then you completely forget about it. Yes.
Yeah. It was funny enough that I completely forgot. So maybe that's a pet peeve of yours when I guess,
I had to do this with you. I need a different Scott.
I've been suggesting that for you, but I mean, anyway, let's go with Maddie. Let's go with Emily's.
Let's talk. Yeah. Okay. So yours was
when people ask you a question and don't listen. And let me say this though, because Tim, you will tell Tim something, and then you will have to tell him again.
That's not me at all. What are you getting at?
And I'm not wrong.
What are you talking? What?
And don't just take my example, what happened to me just now. As,
I'm legitimately offended.
And I want
back
Emily
me up here.
Emily back me up.
He did remember my mom's name.
But how many stuff has he forgotten?
But he also then forgot my mom's name.
Then I started doing that to be funny. I knew it started with an S. But I kept saying Sandy and it's Sherry.
Opposite.
It's the Maddie gave me a thumbs up. Hey, God. Now, Scott, give me an example of when I've let you down in that way. I've never forgotten anything you've ever told me.
I agree with that.
What are you doing? You're pissing me off now.
I'm saying I've seen it with Emily.
The Sandy Sherry thing?
More than that.
What have I forgotten?
So he's not saying you do it in general. He's saying you do it to me.
You do it to her, yeah.
When have I forgotten something that she said?
It's the subtleties. It's the subtleties.
Give us examples.
Hey, don't stop cutting me off, and I will.
I'm a great person. Don't ruin this.
You asked twice why my landlord was...
Hey, I'm just the observer. I've seen what I've seen. I'm just telling you I've seen these things.
Did she tell you about this?
We've never
had this conversation.
So now you were like, oh, he's asked about this before, and he forgot.
In my own head, I've thought it. Yes.
All right, give me the example.
So you asked.
We're calling you the devil.
Stop talking over everybody. We're trying to be professional broadcasters, and stop laughing. You're ruining the show. Go ahead.
You asked me twice why my landlord was taking pictures of my apartment if it's already rented.
And then I said, oh, yeah, you told me that before.
Yeah, that's the only
So I
example.
You do
remember.
acknowledge that. You do
I said,
acknowledge that.
but I remembered she had told me. I wasn't just like, oh, that's an interesting fact. I was like, oh yeah, I already have that interesting fact stored in my brain.
True.
Sorry, Scott, I'm not over here working on concrete all day, just thinking about things that
I'm always just thinking about the past.
you're just raking concrete all day. You don't need to use your brain. Nah, I feel bad saying that now.
Hey, you're an engineer, dude. I understand. Like, you're way, like, higher on the totem pole.
That's
than
not what
me.
I'm saying, but thank you for acknowledging that I'm better than you.
100%. Like,
No, I'm not. I feel bad. You're not fighting back at all, so I just feel like a
I'm
dick.
just saying, when your social credit score is, like, way higher than me, I hope you'll, like, remember me. Like,
I will. I'll try to boost yours. I'll give you some tokens.
Let's move on to Maddie's.
So I've
and
only
then
messed
we'll-
up one thing. That's the big thing. I've only messed one thing up, and that's the thing you remember. Is that what you were referring to?
It's more than a little than just once, but that's it.
That's all she remembers.
Okay, that's all I remember too.
Scott was not there for that. So that's definitely
There you
not what
go.
he remembers.
There
Oh
you
my
go.
God, Scott.
Hey, let's just move on to Maddie's. And
Why was your landlord taking pictures? Just to have them?
To promote the neighborhood. It's
Oh,
like really
yes.
oh
important.
yeah, you did tell me that. Yeah.
For the third time.
Right, to promote the neighborhood. Gotcha. All right, Maddie. What was your slow walkers? See, I got that one.
Yep.
Slow drivers works too.
Wow. Slow walkers
I
is
just
what
don't
you
like
said.
slow people.
You're a fast person.
I wouldn't necessarily say I'm fast, but if you're slow, then you're gonna piss me off. Get out of my way.
Scott.
Ooh.
Feisty.
Feisty, yeah. I mean, I don't feel that way myself.
That's
That's why I think it's good that people can have different opinions,
different speeds, I guess.
different speeds.
Like I got somewhere to go. You're in my way. You gotta either pick it up or
Here's the thing I've noticed about Maddie. Now that we're ratting everybody out on this thing, is that you are usually late. So you're probably in a hurry.
She
to
was on
get-
time today.
I was on time today.
Did we get a time check on that?
I noticed she was on time.
She was on time, but she also was the last person here.
Whoa.
Because I couldn't find parking.
Whoa.
Parking schmarking.
Which also
Yeah,
pisses me off when there's a lack of parking.
Parking.
schmarking.
Schmarking.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
what
an
I think of that.
excuse.
It's not,
Not an excuse. But that's why you hate slow people.
Sure. Yeah.
so somebody in a wheelchair, you're not mad at them though.
Are you mad at them?
Not if they're
They
fast.
take up the whole sidewalk. That doesn't piss you off?
If they're
Doesn't
fast,
get
it's
you?
fine.
Here's what annoys me about
So
wheelchair.
Dave Squeaky Wheels, we'll have him on the show,
We will. We'll
and
see
we'll
if
see
you,
how Maddie and Dave interact with each
Yeah,
other.
we'll be keeping an eye on you.
And we'll
see.
say, hey, Dave, she's actually like, no, she's not gonna like not like you because you're black or handicapped or anything. It's actually because you're kind of like slower, like in your wheelchair.
Yeah. Turn it from turtle
To rabbit,
to rabbit.
and she'll treat you better.
Yes. But here's one of my pet peeves about people in wheelchairs, the handicapped.
Yep.
And now, hey, relax. I'm not Scott over here. And yes, I've tried this on stage and it's never worked, just so you know. But long lines at airports. You're waiting. You're waiting to get to security. And then who gets pushed right to the front of the long line?
Literally pushed.
Pushed. A person in a wheelchair. Now, who is the most equipped to stand for long periods of time in a line?
You had to use the word stand there, huh?
Who is the most equipped?
Equipped.
To stand in line would be me, but who is the most equipped to stay in a line for long periods of time?
You got me on this one.
Thank you for the rephrasing. The person in a wheelchair who is essentially in a private waiting room.
Yeah. You're definitely onto something, and I think I'm with you like 100% that they should probably be last to board.
Or just get in the line, and then they can roll up whenever it's their turn.
It's their turn.
Like, why are we hustling them
like
through?
Same with me. I kind of roll up to the front. You know, same how Snoop Dogg rolls up. You know, just you don't need to be in a wheelchair to roll up.
Well,
You know, you coming to that party? Yeah, I'll roll up as
clearly not what we're talking about. But that's
Just keep
All
going.
right.
That is a good point about, we're treating everybody. I guess it's at
Equals, but it's like
amusement
one of
parks
their-
too.
Yeah, they could wait in a line. Why can't they wait? It's not strenuous on them. Am I
guess.
wrong?
I think the point is that, like with airplanes, they need assistance getting into their seats, and they can't really do that while other people are trying to get to their seats. So they get it over with first, so that everyone else can
It's
just
just
load
security. They're just trying to pass through security.
Oh.
But that's fair. They take up a worker.
I think Emily's right. Emily's right. Like, Emily's right on this one.
All right, fine. I'll cross it off my pet peeves list. God. Here's one I hate.
You got a lot, so go.
I'll give
I
you-
don't have a lot. You go.
Okay, you know when you're driving,
Okay.
picture yourself driving.
Yep. Okay.
Now you're driving, and let's say it's 10 a.m. on a weekday, not a busy street, just like a street that's normal,
Okay.
And, not a big city or anything, just a small, humble, suburban town.
Okay, I got
And
it.
then all of a sudden you hit a traffic jam.
Whoa.
Yeah. You're like, what is this traffic jam? What's going on here? Is there an accident in my small, humble town?
Yeah, what is going on up there?
I don't know. And then you finally you're waiting to see a big carnage wreck that's just holding up the traffic. And you're looking. And what does it turn out to be? It turns out to be a long Tim Hortons drive-through line onto the main street.
Whoa.
You're just like, what is with these people? Why are they waiting in line onto the street? Why don't you just park your car and then walk in the restaurant,
Uh-huh.
instead of blocking traffic
Yep.
so you can get a $2 coffee
Okay.
and a pack of hockey cards?
Yeah.
Am I
I pictured it all the way through. I had the mental image, and I'm telling you are wrong on this one. And I'll tell you why.
Why?
Because the convenient. Hey, I'm not saying everybody's right in this situation, but it's a pain in the ass, to get out of your car.
Yeah.
Now you'd have to put on your mask. Even before mask, this was a problem, but I'm not getting into the mask. But then you got to wait in the Tim Hortons line in the front in the store.
Right.
It's the same deal.
No, but you're not blocking traffic.
Yeah, but that's
Like I'm like in the Tim Hortons drive-through line, not by choice now. I'm just waiting with everybody waiting for a coffee.
yep.
You don't see how that's annoying?
I could see that being.
I'm
annoying.
late, trying to get places.
So how long could it possibly hold you up for? Is what I'm wondering. 30 seconds.
Minutes.
Too long when you got somewhere to be.
Exactly. They're too slow.
Too slow, eh? You tell me where. Tell me exactly where this Tim Hortons is that has blocked the street.
I can give you 3.
Give me one.
I can give you 3. I don't know why that was your big.
'Cause I don't.
I raised you 3 and then you unraised me
Yeah,
1.
I'm saying no. Make it one.
Well, Olette and or not Olette, the Goyo one. It's on Goyo right by the tunnel there. Thank you.
Okay.
That one backs out. The street Sandwich Parkway, Ojibwe Parkway, whatever that street turns into Sandwich Town. There's Tim Hortons there. It backs onto the street. And the one in LaSalle on Malden Road.
Yikes. It's like probably hitting like a train coming by, like sort of thing. Like
No, I'm just the whole time I'm wondering what is going on.
because you're like 30 cars deep, you can't tell, right?
Yeah, I look it up. Is there a big wreck? Where's the ambulance? Should I call somebody? I don't know. Oh, no, it's just a bunch of idiots waiting in line for a coffee.
Yeah.
And it's just go to the next Tim Hortons. There's one 2 feet down that way. There's one everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I see 3 cars in the Tim Hortons line, I'm going by the Tim Hortons. I'm not stopping at that Tim Hortons. You know?
I hear you.
I
hear you.
But you're not listening.
But I'm not listening.
You're listening, but you're not hearing me.
But I'm not hearing you.
Whatever. But you don't see how that's annoying and frustrating? You know what's
I
more
do.
annoying is that you don't even think it's annoying. Like, I don't get how, like, just random people, you don't think they're idiots for just staying in the line? Being like, no, yeah, I guess I'll just stand in this street in line and just, whenever that guy gets a sandwich, I'll unblock the roadway.
You know what? I don't think they're as dumb as you do. And you know what? I'm not judging you either. I'm not judging any of you for thinking that people supporting a small business like Tim Hortons should be crucified and made fun of like that.
I'm not making fun of them. I'm just saying go to the next one. Don't block the traffic.
Here's
go
the beauty of the Tim Hortons drive-thru too.
Say it goes
you're
fast?
15 cars deep. You're 15 deep.
Yeah.
And then if somebody orders, 2 sandwiches.
Yeah.
Somebody orders, a chili. Somebody orders, just a coffee. Somebody orders, 12-pack of donuts.
Yeah.
So you got, and then say if you
Various.
just want one coffee,
Right.
you got to wait for like all these sandwiches to get made.
Sandwiches.
You got to wait for like a family of 8 to get their pittance for the day.
Yeah,
Their scraps
they're
or
chilies.
yeah. That's just the beauty of it. We're all in this together. Like.
I don't want to be in it with them. I just want to get past them.
That's kind of the difference between me and you then, I guess. Like,
I guess so. Anyway, what's
you
yours?
want to use your, don't want to say it. I guess it's
might hit you.
Privilege.
Okay, now give us
Go
your next
inside the store.
What
Hey, you're basically saying, where's the manager? Can I get my stuff first before everybody else?
Okay. Anyway, when we come back from this break and a word from our sponsors, we will have more pet peeves. It's the With Tim and Scott show
On Sirius XM.
on Sirius XM. Are you tired of the same old underwear?
I am.
I sure am too, Scott. So what do you recommend?
What I recommend is an underwear t-shirt combo. It takes you back to your childhood, but that's good because we don't want to lose that inner pureness. So when you're wearing tighty whities with Superman on your genitals up front, and then you're wearing a really tight small t-shirt with Superman on it, and they match, it's called Underoos. And if you use promo code ... with Tim and Scott on underoosforus.com, you'll get 20% off a underoo with, guess what, our picture on it, so you can have Tim and Scott right there on your privates all the time, and you're good to keep you warm at night for your sleeping. So with Tim and Scott at underoosforus.com and get your picture on your genitals, our picture on your genitals for 20% off.
Nothing will slow you down after that. And
We're back. Didn't time that one out, eh?
You saw my hand. I was like a conductor.
Oh, okay.
We'll get it down. But okay, and we're back. Pet peeves. Now here's one of my pet peeves. The word pet peeve.
That one tickles me right there. Yeah, that bugs me.
Because it's not big enough to explain how annoying something is. Like, why is it?
Yeah.
And it's stupid to say. You feel
it's
like
like
an
making
idiot
somebody.
saying.
Yeah, it's like somebody making you say underwear. Sort of,
What are you
pet
doing?
peeve.
Always.
It's like a word
Explain
that
yourself.
it's like underwear. It's like a word that you don't want to be saying all the time.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's like at Starbucks.
it's
when I
like
have to,
frappuccino.
that's what I was going for. A double chocolate.
Something like pet peeve. You sound like a sissy boy.
One of my pet peeves is being talked over.
Who's doing that? Hey, be professional here. Don't laugh. Like, your laughing is like unattractive. You're like really ugly when you laugh. Like,
Fuck you. Fuck you so.
What?
I can't help my face scrunches. I got a scrunchy face. Why you stop? Don't make me feel so. You make me never want to laugh again. I take a lot of joy in laughing. Stop.
You're an
No,
ugly.
we're just laughing. We're laughing too much. We're gonna be like one of
Tim,
those stupid.
stop.
podcasts.
You're being a freak.
All right. So the word pet peeve sucks. Now give us Can you not? I'm not. just because my eyes get all squinty. Okay? Like, I'm
Like-
working on it. I try to keep my eyes big.
Do it,
When I
please.
laugh, I'm sorry my forehead gets wrinkly.
It's like looking at Shrek. Like,
What is that? I'm not ugly.
no,
Ugly.
well,
I just get.
you're not ugly. Yeah, like
I'm nice
like
on the inside.
conventional, like ugly, like not like putrid. Like,
All right, get it together, everybody. Scott, give us. Your
I got a pet peeve for you.
Thank you.
When your shoelace breaks.
And then the cap comes off, and you can't poke it through the hole.
Nope. This one, the lace breaks itself. The lace breaks, and you know what? You have to admit, God damn it, I need to replace my shoelace, which is just a pain in the bum.
Because you got to go buy a shoelace, and it's
Well,
always too.
if you don't have a shoelace, then you got to go buy one, and it's just
never the
tedious,
same.
very tedious.
Doesn't
If you don't get it
match.
right at the beginning, you could be doing up your
Oh.
doing your shoe. You mess up near the beginning or something. You go one too
too
many,
much,
one
and you got
too,
this long
and then
one.
you gotta get it right every single loop.
Yeah.
Every loop has to be perfect.
Yeah, it's too long, too short. And you're trying to
Yeah,
tying the long one around a few times.
yeah. And for a guy like me, it's really hard. Like,
How are you breaking your shoelaces though?
these things happen.
You
Like,
just ripping them out of your shoe?
I'm really strong is the thing. Like, I'm like, if I don't watch myself, sorta, I'll pull on my shoelace
You gotta
and
be
it'll
like-
just snap. Like,
So when you go to tie your shoes, you go like, remember what they
I
told
go
me?
okay,
at
remember
yoga?
what they told me at the doctor and everything,
Yeah.
about
Scott?
how how much strength I have.
Scott, you've done a lot of good work with your therapist on how
Mhm.
not to snap your shoes. So now let's
Mhm.
just take it easy.
Remember the TV remote. Remember, the doorknobs. All the stuff you had to replace when you didn't watch your strength and you had to replace it. Let's just tie the shoe one step at a time. So these
Got
things
this.
happen.
Delicate.
When you have my it's a rare disease that I have that I'm really strong, but
superhuman strength.
some people just I don't know.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, I
Everyone's
can
got
see
a different
why-
battle.
I can see why your handicap would be a pet peeve of yours.
You know what? Yeah, I got another pet peeve of mine.
Yes.
I went to Timmy's today. I should have brought it up when we were talking about it.
Right. Yeah.
That as
That
far
would-
as I knew,
that would be nice. You know how I said,
I
hey,
was so caught up in your face, the way your face looked, I kind of lost track of time.
But you know what I said? Hey, and then we can talk about Tim Hortons, and you'll just talk about how the things you hate about Tim Hortons. And instead of doing that, you said, "No, Tim, you're just an idiot. I don't know why that's a pet peeve of yours. You're clearly an idiot. Why would anything about Tim Hortons, a small business, concern you like that, Tim?"
Yeah. Anyway, I guess we'll move.
No, give it to us now.
Yeah. I was expecting the coffee, the large one. As far as I knew, this is what I thought. It costed the new price. This is what I thought it was: $2.05.
That's what it is.
That's what I heard. That's what I thought.
That's what I've been told.
So I had two loonies and a nickel ready to go.
I've been in a
I
situation
literally
just
was
last
like,
week.
I was like, holy smokes, I got the nickel. Let's go.
Perfect change.
Perfect change.
Let's go.
Let's go. Then I get to the window. She says
208.
She says 207.
7.
I handed her 205. She says 207. And then I'm thinking, okay, well, I guess I didn't give you enough.
Yeah.
But then I was thinking, aren't we rounding? Where are we rounding now? We're
rounding
rounding up.
down.
Oh,
She rounded
7.
up,
Well,
round to the nearest
so then I
5.
had to give her a whole other.
So your pet peeve is that, well, this lady clearly sucks.
It's not up to her though. I don't blame her. I just blame that the principle of the cost is 207 at this point. 7 cents.
Yeah. the
205.
penny- We don't have the penny, so if you pay with cash, it's 205. It's
But she
207
didn't
on-
accept 205. That's the
Why? You
because
have
it
to.
costs 207.
So you had to give an
I
extra
don't know.
3
Yeah,
cents? Because I had
But
that
I
same
had
thing
to
happen.
I had to give her an extra 98 cents. But then she gave me
What?
change.
Oh.
I think she was charging him 210. She was rounding up from 207.
Yeah, so I gave they said 205 to me. I gave them 205. Then they said 207 at the window. I said, oh. And then they just gave me everything. And I was like,
That's what
oh,
happened.
okay. Yeah.
That's what happened.
I got through. They're like, no, but I gave them nothing. They just gave me the coffee, and I left.
You gave them 205.
205. They took it from me.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because they're probably like, let's not mess with this guy. He might talk about us on this podcast that's top 7 and 11 in Windsor.
Yeah. Anyway, that was just one of my pet peeves. 207 we're talking here. We're talking 2 cents here.
Yeah.
So
What's
I had to
2
pull out
cents?
the whole other loony to
That
get
sucks.
there.
That does suck. You had to break a loony. I will give you that.
I had to break a loony.
And now you got all this change jingling around
My
in
big
your pocket.
yeah.
You put it in your pocket, then it falls out of your pocket, and then into that little crack between the seat and the console, and then you got to like scissor your fingers down in there to try to pick all these things up, and then it's gone. And before you know it, your 205 turned into 210, and now it's 250 with everything you lost down there.
Yeah. You lose all that time too, chasing the 40 cents.
Yeah, just trying to keep the car clean.
That's
I'll give
true.
you one I hate here, Scott.
Go for it, yeah.
Now, as you might know, I've been on a little app called a Bumble. You ever hear of it?
I've heard of it, yeah. Explain to me what it is.
Well, let me tell you. You choose like 5 of the 3,000 pictures of yourself,
Yep.
and somehow they're not quite attractive enough to attract lots of ladies.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow
You got pictures of you like laughing and
that could be the problem. And then what happens is you put these pictures up, and the ladies look at them, and they swipe left or right on you. Now, some will swipe right, and then sometimes I will swipe right on them, and then we'll match. Now, the thing about Bumble, Scott, is the ladies have to then message you so you can message them.
mm-hmm.
But now the ladies suck at this, so they'll just write, hey, smiley face,
Yep.
which isn't bad. It's not that bad. And then I'll
It's
write
not-
something. I'll
yeah.
ask a question. No, I'm not saying my questions are brilliant.
So if she says, hey, on average, what are you saying back to
Well,
her?
let me give you, I got 2 examples for you.
Let me guess. You're asking a question always because you never want the conversation to end.
Well, I mean, it just started the conversation.
True.
So what am I supposed to do?
You say, hey, what's your pet's first name?
Is that what you do?
No, I don't.
Okay, here we go. She didn't even write hey. She just sent an emoji of a blonde lady waving.
Waving. Nice.
She has red hair, though.
So she's using sign language.
I
That's good.
guess. I'm like, oh, are you blonde? That'd be better. No, okay. And then I just sent back a picture of a guy waving.
Yep. You tit for tat at her.
I tit for
That's-
tat, and I said, how's your weekend going? Like a general question. I
Very
got
general
shrugs.
question.
It gets shrugs.
I'm telling you, I've made the same mistakes.
It's a good question because then they can give me something. They can give me something to work with. That's what I'm going for. And now the ladies, this one in particular writes, it was work-filled HBU.
Okay.
And, I guess I asked this one about work. Doesn't really go. And then the conversation died off a little. But the problem is this. And then I ask another question. I say,
It's an interview.
yeah, it basically becomes an interview, and they just write one-word answers. I said, does that link up with your social work school? And then she just says, yup. And says nothing else.
That's a really positive sign.
I know, but then I wrote something like a day later, and then she responded. But the thing is, it's clear we want something here. So why don't you aid me? And instead of saying, yup, there was an exclamation mark.
Oh, there was.
Yeah, why don't you say, yes, yada, yada, something, something, something. And then I can bounce the thing off you. There, you're still talking to me.
Yep.
You clearly
She basically
have
used
some
her.
sort of hope. Just not saying some sort of hope. I have hope. We all have hopes.
I'll give my opinion, and then we'll throw it to the
But let
the
me give
female
you,
coordinates.
and then let me give you the other one
Our
this
female
one-
correspondents.
This one was another one. Hi, smiley face. And then I
Okay.
say, I use the same sort of thing because I just don't like to think of.
How was your
question.
weekend?
I said, how's your week going? Because it was a Monday when we matched, or a Wednesday.
Yep. So you're asking about Monday, Tuesday.
And then I also wrote cool style and albums because she had pictures of albums on the wall. So I was thinking she'd jump off with, I'm giving her subjects now because it went so poorly with the other one. I'm like, hey, maybe it was on me. I look inward. I'm like, hey, maybe I made the mistake.
I'm trying.
No. So
We're gonna explain to you how you are making mistakes.
Well,
but please.
and then she just says, good and thanks. How's yours? I'm like, it's going okay. And then I said, I took the week off, whatever, drywall, paint, and all this, longer than expected. And I say, you ever paint? It's killing my arms. Listen, I know the other thing that I hate about text messaging is when you read them out loud, they all sound horrible.
Yeah,
Nobody has
that's
good
true.
game over texting. It just sounds bad. Like you could humiliate a guy easily by reading the text message she sent you. And they could have been going well at the time. But if you just read them back to somebody, they sound so lame and stupid. So that's a little of the effect I'm getting right now. So don't laugh at me all the way.
And I will give you that 100%.
And then she says, I do, smiley face. That's all she says. And like the thing is, if you're not interested, don't message me back. But if you are, give me something to work with here. So now I got to think about another thing to ask. I say, rooms or canvases? And I had to put time into that. I had to look up how to pluralize canvases.
Yeah. You should have put like.
I'm putting effort in.
You should have put like exterior of houses. What do you paint?
And then she just says, both. Question marks, laughy face. I'm like, give me something. Elaborate a little.
Okay, both of these women are just not good at texting back. Like, it's not just you.
But I'm just saying, like, just give me a little.
Yeah.
I think you're taking their awkwardness as like a lack of effort. I think they just don't know what to say.
Well, I'm in the same boat. And I'm asking. The thing I hate also is asking about people's work. I feel like, oh, what do you do?
Yeah.
Like, I need something to flow off of. I need some flow here.
Yeah.
I can't be
we
the only
need
one.
Something. We need something.
What were you? Where am I going wrong there, Scott? You were going to say?
I don't know, but.
See, it was good that you brought up, like, if you ask questions specific to their profile, like you said, there was a picture with her albums or something. That was a good lead-in.
That's good lead-in.
That was a good lead-in.
Yeah.
I said style too.
But also them texting you just hi as like, because this is Bumble, right?
Yes.
That's always shitty. That was their mistake. They should never just open with hi.
Does a woman care if they just say hi, Scott?
Do they care?
Are they like just doing it to do it, or are they like, hey, yeah, whatever, let me throw.
The only people I ever did hi with were the people I didn't care about.
Why even do the hi then?
Because you don't know. Maybe something will come out of it. Maybe
Yeah.
they'll be so charismatic that you're like, oh, I was wrong about
so you're
this.
just like, you come up with something. Fuck yourself.
It depends on the person. If I say hi, I'm interested, but I just didn't have
That's not what
anything
they
else to
said.
say yet.
Oh, okay. That wasn't the whole text message. You were just gonna say hi.
Like
took
if
it as-
I said hi, I'm
Right.
interested.
You said hi. I'm interested.
No,
Just hi.
saying hi means I'm interested for
Gotcha.
me, but for other people it doesn't. It depends on the person.
So for Maddie, it means go fuck yourself. Come up with something to please me, appease me. Try to be. You're not good looking enough, so you better be charming.
Well, it might not be that. It might just be I couldn't think
Getting
of
insulted all over.
anything on your profile that I could like come up with a good question
Well, the
for.
thing is, I did not write anything on my profile.
Okay, well you
Was I
need
supposed to do that?
you need to fix that. Yeah.
I don't know what to write.
You
and they're
just need
also
to-
stupid.
Then you're just
It's
coasting
gonna
on
be
your
stupid.
looks. Let's get some, let them know, you're the backbone of this community.
The fact that you're getting swipes and you don't have anything written in your profile means that people find you attractive enough.
Should I write something? Because I'm not getting swiped a lot here.
You'll get more
these are my two
swipes if you
fishes.
you'll get more swipes if you write something.
I gotta write something then, Scott.
Right that you're tall.
I would never in a million years swipe on someone who doesn't have something written in their profile.
I should write something.
Yeah, you should write something.
Is that a pet peeve of yours? By chance? No, you don't care. All right.
You know, but it seems like once you just get one word answers back, that's almost like, to me, it's like their body language of like, I'm kind of like not that interested.
But why even answer then? If you're
Well,
not
I
that
agree with Maddie
interested?
too that it's like
You're just like, yeah,
there's also like
you're like, okay, you get a second chance, but don't
Yeah.
push your luck, buddy.
give them a little something.
Give me something here. Be a little charming, would you?
Yeah.
God, that's the lady talking.
Yeah.
Comment?
Yeah, you're just kind of hoping the other.
Well, I'm trying here. I'm giving them
Like
jumping off
women are
points.
worse at
Everything
this than we are
careers
at
No, I'm just kidding.
messaging people online, which is that's been a man-driven business for a long time.
Times are changing.
Creepy
Scott.
sexual messages online has been a man-driven business.
You're right about that. We are decent at it.
Here's another. I got a pet peeve for you. Let's
Yeah.
move on. For
Yeah, for my humiliation.
yeah, your humiliating sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, here's something that a pet peeve of mine. People thinking, here's an example. You guys went to Kildare.
Love it. Yeah.
You know, the idea of like that being, fun, sort of. Like going to the bar to like get like a drink, get 2 drinks, like to be around strangers, like interact with the waitress.
I don't want to interact with them. We had a conversation. We talked to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You go out and get high.
Well, I don't really go out. Yeah, I guess, but
Like it's the same thing. Like, oh, we go out, there's like you have a drink. It's the same as you going outside to get high. And then we talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
We're not necessarily talking to strangers, but you do at times discuss things with strangers in an effort to not have to go on Bumble
Yeah.
to talk
So I'm
to
wondering,
strangers.
why did you not, when you guys met up to go to Kildare before this, why not just come here?
Because this place is dirty. Like, what am I going to do? Carry the food back with me and the alcohol I purchased?
I guess not. They did offer you services there. I'm not saying they didn't, give a little. They did. You did give and get.
And there's an ambiance.
Mm-hmm.
How do you
You're
not
right.
understand why
You're
people like going to bars?
I just think it's kind of,
You just have an aversion to alcohol.
yeah, maybe, yeah.
You like getting high instead and wasting your life away.
Yeah?
No, I'm just kidding. Why? Seemed to hurt you.
That's
there.
another pet peeve, You got some good ones.
All right, well, here's a pet peeve of mine. Hey, remember when headphones existed and people would say, wear them on the bus, listening to music? And then the music would be, let's say, way too loud where you could hear the music?
Yep.
And that would be a pet peeve of mine. I'd be like, fuck these guys. I'm sitting on the bus listening to your music, And the thing is, though, if they listen to a song I liked, I'd be like, cool, it's fine.
Yeah.
But most of the time, they're listening to some techno-y thing because back in the day when I was riding buses, that stuff was
The
popular.
school bus?
Wow, a bus, city bus.
Okay.
I'm a hip guy.
Yeah.
But the joy I got from it, at least when it was headphones, was, well, at least they're going to blow out their ears and ruin their hearing forever.
Yeah.
So that would give me some comfort
Yeah.
in this pet peeve.
Like
of
you
mine.
get some okay, at least they're gonna suffer when
Yeah,
they're older.
so I get some revenge for them ruining my bus trip. Unless they listened to a song I liked, in which case I was fine with it.
Yeah.
But now it seems everybody switched to handheld speakers, and now they don't get the ear damage
Yeah.
that was giving me comfort.
And now everyone gets the quote unquote noise pollution.
Yeah.
Sometimes I've seen people walking with these. The music, it's the type of person that walks with it is the type of music that, you're not going to hear a country song blasted on these things.
Because those are good
walking
people.
in the inner cities. You're going to hear,
Here
songs
we go.
with N-words,
What?
songs with bad words.
That's not my concern about it, though, Scott.
I'm just saying people that play these loudspeakers and walk aren't playing, Neil Diamond. You're not hearing.
What are you getting at there, Scott?
I'm just saying they're not playing Billy Joel. They're not playing Neil Diamond. They're playing Little Xan.
So
They're
you're
playing
saying
Little
people
Za,
who
Little
listen
Xan,
to rap
N-word music.
are bad people. That's what you're saying.
Nope. I'm just saying the
What
type
are
of
you
music you heard played through these wireless speakers is not
always
Willie
rap.
Nelson, and it's maybe always rap, which if there's children around and they're saying profanity, I think is a pet peeve of mine.
You are all of a sudden a
Around
churchgoer.
children.
What? This is the weirdest take I've ever heard you have.
Let me say, you're walking in the streets.
know
You have a
what's going
child. 6 years from now, your child's 5 years old.
Am I wrong here? Like, I don't know.
You're
what's going
walking
on.
with your kid Dylan in the street, and there's people, a bunch of elderly men. You'd think they'd be playing country music, but no, they're blasting profanities with the music down the street, and your son's now being exposed to
This
the
is-
F word, the N word, the R word.
So this is your qualm with it.
I'm just saying
Is
it's
the
not.
language. When did you turn into an old lady? And you
I'm just saying
just so you know, you burped into the microphone.
when you're.
Just so you're aware of it this time. I know you
Yeah.
weren't aware last time you did it.
When did I do it? Just now?
No, yes, you still don't know what you did.
Completely missed it. Yeah.
What are you? You have no control
I'm
over your
gonna have
bodily
to play-
functions. What is wrong with you?
It's a little pet peeve of mine. It's when people ask me like what's wrong with me because like I don't know myself. Like and like are you saying like of my rare like strength like disease?
No.
Like what's
But
wrong
wait,
with me?
Before we move on, really quick.
Yeah.
So this happened to me. I was playing tennis this summer, and this guy shows up with a humongous speaker, like one you would have in a club, but it's portable. And he
Yeah.
just goes to the court next to us. I'm having a peaceful Sunday morning tennis match.
Yep.
And this guy just starts blasting techno
Yep.
in his big ass speaker with lights, and he's just serving. And he's there for like one song, lasts like an hour. It's the same fucking song for an hour.
Yeah. He
And he's-
loves that beat.
And he's just blasting. It's like, how do you not know that that's annoying as shit to everybody? Nobody's going like, yeah, man, great song.
Yeah.
Great. This made my day better as well. I'm so happy.
That you came here today
Yeah.
to play the song of your choice for an hour straight.
Yeah, for your practice, and didn't think how do you not think like, oh, maybe people will be annoyed by this?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not care what other people think?
Mm-hmm.
All I'm doing is always caring what other people think.
Yeah, you are for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm never blasting I've never been a music blaster.
I haven't either. I'm with you on that one.
Well, you're because of the language out of nowhere. The guy who says like the most.
Let's just say you're doing a nice peaceful tennis match with your son in 6 years, Dylan. And he says, and you guys are playing, and then the man shows up, does the same thing, and there's profanities in front of your child.
Right, I get that. Now,
And he's 5.
do you say anything to the person? Have you ever said anything? Because I've never said anything. Have you been like, hey,
No,
language?
because I've never been in a situation where it's been relevant to me to say something or anything like that.
You've never been annoyed by this.
I've been annoyed by it, yeah, but I've never had my kid around when it happened. That's the thing.
Fair enough. Okay, how about this pet peeve?
I'm ready.
I'm going to throw it to break. It's going to be like American Idol where we pause for suspense.
Yeah. Okay, guys, get your votes in now for best pet peeve of the night. When we come back, we're going to get the results.
Take a little. The votes are in for best pet peeve of the night.
And it will be revealed.
And it will be revealed right after this.
Oh! Are you tired of not having sex with local singles in your area?
Oh, boy, am I.
Here's the thing. our new sponsor, the dating app Bumble, makes it so a woman starts a conversation with you and you kind of never have a solid back and forth together. So you always kind of have this illusion that something might happen, but it never really does. So here's the thing. You kind of lose nothing and you gain, mental experience and, stuff to wank it to, too. For Bumble Plus, Bumble Premium, use promo code ... with Tim and Scott to get 20% off Bumble Gold. How does that sound?
Sounds great. And with Bumble Gold, you get all the following features.
You basically get to look at all the pretty women that you'll never have sex with in your life. But you get to look at them.
And that's good enough when you're lonely those lonely nights.
Preach. And
we're back.
So Tim, we've been talking pet peeves here today.
I'm the number one guy, just so you know. And by number one guy, I don't mean the best guy here. I just mean I get to say the throwing the brakes and stuff.
I understand.
It seems like you always want to do that.
I'm just like.
Do you want to be the coordinator of things? Because you're not a structure guy. That's the reason.
No, I was just trying to take some initiative. You seemed a little out of it. That's it. Like,
I was the one going I was making eye contact with you and going, and we're back. And then what do you mean I was out of it? We were in sync.
So we've been talking pet peeves. Coming back from break, we're talking pet peeves. And, I have a few, but to be honest, they're more kind of COVID rants. So, I'll do one of mine that's not really a COVID rant, and then we'll get into yours. We'll get into Emily's.
It's not even Emily's, it's Maddie's.
We'll get into Maddie's.
Maddie's next.
We'll just do one of my quick ones.
All right, so we literally, in our commercial break, we discussed what we would do next.
Yep.
And we said we would do Maddie's. And then you go, hey, Tim, we've been talking about pet peeves. Here's one of mine. It's about COVID, the thing that we talked about before recording that we wouldn't talk about.
I did forget about that. Forgot about that. That's the thing, though. That's why you need me.
Tim.
Because I'm in the moment. You're all caught up in, the paperwork of everything. Like, I'm just the kind of the guy that's. So, you're right, actually. Let's go into Maddie's.
No, give us your COVID one.
It's not COVID.
Okay, what is it?
It's not COVID.
It's vaccine related.
It's not vaccine related.
All right, give it to us. Just
how people in general.
Yeah.
Just, chase clout.
Clout.
And just do what is popular at the time. And they think that's good.
Like,
for example, people in the comedy
right.
People now, they make fun of Joe Rogan. They say,
that
he's like a
weird.
meathead, sort of like, he's like.
People are turning on him. But I can almost guarantee, they would slap their mother to be on the show. That is funny, actually.
That's like the thing where it's like, okay, like.
Or I will say, even to a lesser extent, people make fun of a local headlining guy who kind of just started Windsor Comedy, I'd say, is Leo Dufour. Some people will be like, oh, he's kind of lame. But it's just like, well, he's headlining, and he's been headlining for 40 years. We would love to be in that spot where we're getting paid to do comedy, and that's all we do.
At least give him his dues.
Yeah, that's all. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Give the guy his dues. Let's not just go calling him lame.
Yeah.
Give him his dues.
Yeah.
Let's not laugh him out of the room.
I think people are just trying to take the side of things that they think is good.
Yeah, they're just trying to fit in.
Just to fit in. And they don't actually have an opinion on things, like, sort of thing.
It's COVID, man.
That's it.
Fair enough. So you still like Joe Rogan?
Yeah, I guess it's just, people
Fucking
like.
Loser. No,
Yeah.
I like certain people he has on. I like listening. I'm a selective person with it.
Like, I just think people
I don't like
would make fun of
when he has
him,
comedians on.
and then at the same time would call him stupid, but then at the same time would be fake in front of him.
Yeah, and now I maybe have gotten not caught, but I've done that myself when I think, here's the thing about me. I think every local comedian in Windsor, Detroit area
Are shit.
are
Is
shit
that
and
true?
beneath me. Yes. And then I will say, make fun of certain people. But then as soon as they like me and put me on their show, I love them and will be their very good friends forever.
Yep.
You know, you see how it's
I
similar.
see how it is.
Yeah, I'm a two-faced rat with a scrunchy laughing face.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we can all agree.
Your one face and your two face.
Exactly. Okay, moving on. Maddie, what's your pet peeve to end the show?
To end the show, yeah.
Okay, so Emily and I have been seeing a lot of movies lately in the theaters.
Very controversial, but
Mhm.
I'll allow it.
No masks.
This is true. And there's more people anyway. But I've found since coming back a lot more people are talking in theaters and I can't fucking stand it.
I don't like the talking, I'll be honest with you.
Talking in theaters.
Although one time, now not to get all Scott on us, I watched X-Men, some X-Men movie. It was like 8 years ago. And there was a group of
What was it?
African-American teenagers,
Okay.
and they were making quips.
Yep.
And I quite enjoyed their quips. It was fun.
Yeah.
Like
it seems like a movie with,
a nuke fell down.
you know, that is, they have a
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying these particular African-American teenagers, I'm not saying there's any stereotype or anything.
I'm just saying that the mainstream media wants you to believe that they do talk in movie theaters.
And in this case, they were. But they were funny. There was a nuke coming down on the city.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh shit. That's a nuke.
Yeah.
Which I found enjoyable.
I would almost pay a little extra to have like a group of, as you say, African-American teens to comment on every
Scott,
movie.
come
Like
on, we were in Canada.
any horror movie, they're coming down and they're like, oh shit, get out of the house. Oh shit. You know, Schindler's
Maddie,
List.
how would you feel about that?
Be like a director's cut, you know.
It would depend on the movie and it would depend on if they're making actual funny comments. But if they're just talking,
Well, they're just talking, but they are funny comments.
For me, I don't need funny comments. I just want pure reaction.
Yeah, you like the
Like
joy of
their
it.
pure reaction of like, damn. You know, that'd be a good
The
one.
problem is we keep doing the accent, but it's such a fun accent to do.
You guys are literally doing the thing in Not Another Teen Movie where the token black guy's only lines are damn shit and that is whack.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're giving ourselves great lines. We're just sitting there in these situations. But anyway, so then people will talk in the movie theater, and then you will yell at them and tell them to shut the fuck up.
no, I've done that once.
Oh.
First of all, I've done it once, and it's because there were two people in front of us, and they
They're
were having
having
a
a
full
fiesta?
conversation.
What was their conversation?
I don't know.
Movie related?
It was movie related, but it was like, oh, I've seen this actor before. Who's the actor? Oh, I can't remember where I've seen him. And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
You said fuck?
No, she said, excuse me, could you stop talking, please?
Did you tap them?
Yes. It was mortifying because they also weren't having a full conversation. The problem was that one guy was talking at a normal volume instead of a whisper. So it was just a quick remark back and forth, but he didn't even attempt a whisper, and that bothered
So
Maddie.
you were like a librarian of the movie theater.
Yes, mortifying.
You know, that's something I would do.
That is-
me and you saw a movie, you would whisper to me, but then I would come back at you normal voice. Like,
And I'd be mortified as well. I'd be like, Scott, we're in a movie. Don't talk that loud. Stop talking.
yeah.
Would you confront anybody ever? Because I would never confront anybody about any of my pet peeves. Like if somebody in the Tim Hortons drive-through either drove by, waved to me, I'd be like, "Yeah, have a good one."
Yeah. I guess so. You can't, I don't know. I don't know if I would confront them
I'm not a
about it.
confronter, but apparently Maddie's just ready to throw down at any moment.
Yeah, if you guys ever need me, I'm ready. I'm ready to throw hands.
The
Yeah.
pet peeves, the pet peeve
It's like a
sheriff.
little bodyguard for the movies,
Yeah.
basically. Be like, no, movies are super important. We need to see movies. You know what I mean? You
No.
know what I
Okay,
mean, Tim?
I've paid money to see this film. I want to be able to listen to the film without some asshole talking about whatever.
So you know it was an important movie. She's calling it a film.
Yeah.
It's heavy stuff.
This is probably a big film. Spider-Man or something.
Yeah,
Like,
something important.
you know, Tim, give us a rapid fire pet peeves.
All right, here we
Get
go.
out of here, because you're a type
To
of guy that
end
has
the show.
180 pet peeves.
Well, first of all, like I mentioned, pet peeve. I hate the word pet peeve. I feel like they should be called annoying fucking things. Guy at Subway was asking about the bread calories. It's like there's 20 calories difference between each bread. Just pick one. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
People who say "let's go," like when they just yell "let's go,"
Yep.
it's like we need a different thing for that. People who say algorithm. People who go when they're talking about global warming, they just say scientists say or scientists agree. It's like I've never met a scientist in my life. Like, who are these scientists?
Yeah.
You can't just say scientists and that's the end of the argument.
Yep.
Um,
That's a good one.
Oh, when the debit machine, when you're paying for something, like at a Quiznos, for example, and
Yep.
the debit machine asks you to tip, and the options are like 10%, 15%, 20%, or you're a fucking dickwad. But it's like I've never tipped in this situation before and wouldn't if I was just paying cash. So why am I tipping now? But
Yeah.
I feel bad not clicking a percentage.
That's a great point.
Thank you. And then also when a grocery store asks you to donate like $2 to some charity, because it's like,
Yep. That's a really good one.
you know, like, why are you asking me? You just overcharged me on this chicken. Like, I'm going broke on this. You know, you're the one with all the money.
Yeah.
And then, like, if I give you the extra $2, you're just going to claim the donation was from you anyway. I'm not even getting any credit for this.
Yep.
So, like, what am I doing?
Do you want to give $2 to end world hunger? No.
No.
Thank
Do
no,
you
thank
want to give $2?
No, thank you.
How about you give the $2 instead of fleecing me for it so you can make your company seem like you donate a lot to charities. Oh, the game Cards Against Humanity. Everybody thinks they're so hilarious because they make like a shock joke about sex.
It's a
like,
good
oh,
one.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. No. That's you're really funny because you match two cards. Oh, when
That's a
people
good
say
one.
Pierre instead of Pierre.
Yep.
Yeah, I hate that. That's a Windsor thing. When people paint hinges on doors, I fucking cannot stand that. It's like, just take the time to put tape over the hinges. Why are we painting the hinges? It looks bad. Take some time. Put some effort in.
Mm-hmm.
Hate that
I'll be
shit.
honest, never thought about that, but go on.
Wow. I don't know. When people say fur babies,
And
when people have more than two pets,
Yep.
when people have a pet that's not a dog, like
Yep. A cat.
a lizard,
Okay.
a snake,
Yep.
a gerbil of any sort,
Yep.
rabbits. I went into somebody's house once and they just had 3 rabbit cages in the living room. Like the TV was on top of it, like it was a console. I'm like, what is this, a zoo? This is disgusting. Like, it's
Mhm.
so gross.
Yep.
Like, why are we letting rabbits run about?
I mean, you see anything on the ground, you're like, is that a chocolate chip or a piece of shit?
Well, I'm not eating the chocolate chip.
I'm just saying.
Oh, there's been a thing when lately women keep saying they're shitting and pooping all the time. It's like, I don't need to know that, Maddie.
Yep.
And then when people reverse into a parking spot at a store,
Yep.
it's like you're taking 20 minutes to do this. You're saving no time. You know, it's like, sure, it's nicer to pull out, but it's like, at least you're pulling out into space. You know what I mean? You're pulling out into space. You're not trying to funnel your car into a tight space backwards.
Yep.
You know?
Okay.
Like, what are we
hear
doing
you.
here?
100%. Okay. Yep.
Yeah, it's safer going out.
Yep.
First, and I've never been in an accident in a parking lot. I've seen 5, but that's besides the point. It's just as safe
Mm-hmm.
in my made-up stats. Scientists agree.
Hey,
Scientists.
my doctor said the same thing.
Exactly. Oh, I also hate how much dentists make, but that's besides the point. I feel like it's too much.
Hey, that's a really good pet peeve.
Yeah. And
Because you know what? The dental hygienist, they do most of the work.
it is true. Like, the fucking dentist just shows up. I could look at the
The
x-rays.
dentist shows up, is like, oh, she did a good job.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, well, you guys,
How hard is it to be a dentist? I feel like I could be a dentist and get 80% of the cavities correct. You know what I mean?
yeah,
With
you
zero
just
training.
take a look. You're like,
You
that
got
one
none.
doesn't look good.
You got none. This one on the x-ray kind of looks funny.
Yeah.
We should take a second look at that. That'd be me.
And then
And I'd
with
be-
it's kind of, obvious,
Yeah.
But the dentist is the only guy that gets to look at your mouth like,
open up. And then they're
Yeah.
always asking you questions. Like,
so they're the only
"Oh,
ones.
Oh, my dentist wrote down I took mechanical engineering. So for the next 10 years, as he has his hands in my fucking
So
mouth.
I was engineering.
Yeah. How's engineering going?
Yeah.
Well,
Dentists are like that where they just hold on to one thing.
they write it down on your chart so they seem affable. Because
Yeah.
clearly they're weird psychopaths to pick a career where they're looking at people's teeth.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think that's weird?
We all know the suicide rate of dentists is through the roof, so you don't have to tell me.
Did not know that.
You didn't know that.
Well, I kind of need to take back everything I said about dentists now, don't I? Making me feel bad. And that is our show. Thank you.
As our show, we're just gonna end it on don't commit suicide.
I just ended this show.
That was a really poor ending then. If
I
you
said
did.
thank you. Thank you for listening. Like, share, subscribe. Make us number 6.
And if you're thinking about ending your life, please don't.